Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome back to the AFI project. Today we're going to be taking a look at Rear Window. This was directed by Alfred Hitchcock, we all know who he is, and it starred James Stewart, Raymond Burr, and Grace Kelly. It tells the story of a photographer played by James Stewart, who, after an incident at a racetrack, is confined to a wheelchair. He's stuck in his apartment with literally nothing to do and all the time in the world. I wonder how that's a relatable situation. Really makes you think. And because, well, Netflix isn't a thing yet, he starts looking out the window and spying on his neighbors, until he believes he has witnessed one of his neighbors committing a murder. And so, while stuck in his apartment and with the help of his girlfriend, played by Grace Kelly, he has to figure out if he saw what he thought he saw. Even though Alfred Hitchcock is considered one of the greatest directors who ever lived, this movie is often considered one of the best, if not the best, of his career. And it's not hard to see why, because this movie is fan-friggin-tastic. The movie does a great job of making you feel just as helpless as Stewart is. Stewart can't leave his house. He's in a wheelchair, he can't leave his apartment. All that he has at his disposal is a camera, and that can only do so much. So he has to rely on his girlfriend, played by Grace Kelly, to help him out as best that she can. The gimmick of someone stuck in one place and no way out can be a bit contrived, but Hitchcock made it feel like he made it work. You really do feel just as stuck as Stewart is throughout this whole movie. And one of the highlights of the movie, at least for me, was Stewart's chemistry with Grace Kelly. The two have a legit relationship, and in other movies like this, there's usually a strained relationship. You know, they had a big fight, and then the accident happened, and then they're just giving each other the cold shoulder. Not in Rear Window. When Stewart tells Kelly that, hey, I think I may have witnessed a murder, Kelly is there with him from the very beginning and sees it through to the end. The two have a downright touching relationship with each other where they try to help each other out to the best of their ability without an ounce of irony or sarcasm. And I don't know, it's something I don't normally talk about, but in this it was just really well done. What I also love about this movie is that Hitchcock gave this apartment block personality. When Stewart is staring out the window looking at his neighbors, he's like, oh, there goes old Miss Lonely Hearts again. This movie could have so easily just been Stewart and then just generic neighbors number 4 through 6. But no, he actually narrates their lives for us. And it was a touch that not a lot of directors do nowadays. And it was very good that Hitchcock did that. And Raymond Burr is only on screen for a handful of scenes. But when he is there, man, is he good. There's a scene near the end, and I won't go too deep into spoilers, but there's a scene near the end where it's the final confrontation, and Burr literally pushes Stewart out of a window, and Stewart's like hanging on for dear life, and he's yelling help and all that. And I was just sitting there like, between this and Vertigo, I just think Stewart needs to just stay away from open windows. And despite this movie being released in 1954, it has held up incredibly well. There have been 2 remakes of this movie, the first being a TV movie starring Christopher Reeve. Yes, this Christopher Reeve. And this movie took place about 3 years after his horse riding accident that left him paralyzed. I haven't seen that, but I've actually heard good things. I'll have to check that out. And then, of course, there's Disturbia, which was directed by DJ Caruso and starred Shia LaBeouf. It was more of a modern retelling of Rear Window, and despite the fact that this should have been just very, very bad, this is actually surprisingly really good. But despite the modern updates in the late 90s and the early to mid-2000s, Rear Window is still a classic. Boy, I have reviewed 3 Alfred Hitchcock movies in this review segment, and they've all been excellent. Is he the greatest of all time? Leave it in the comments if you agree or disagree. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. Next time on the AFI Project, I'm going to be talking about a movie that was from 1916. Yeah, that's really old. It is from director D.W. Griffith, and it is called Intolerance: Love's Struggle Through the Ages. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.